Which year? Again 2020? It seems we are in 2020 since so many years. Oh?
There is a best of just right there. Yes, because we're at the end of the 2020. Yo.
Hi people, and welcome to this new video and episode from Mazigan. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for all your support. This is a special episode. It's time to make a recap of all the 2020 year. So it's end of year episode. I will share with you all the song and album that I like, especially for this year 2020. So not the song and album that I reacted on the video that were released before year 2020. Yeah. This time is all the song and album that have been released in 2020. So just before, as always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos like this. So here we go, the two stunning moments of the year for me. Two songs that I've been doing that I was just amazed and very quite shocked by this song because of their strength and of their musicality. The first one, it's of course Mabel Matiz, the Turkish pop star, is just amazing with the song Toy. I was just blown away with the visual of the video. It's a cryptic, apocalyptic visual and very mysterious. And the song itself was just mesmerizing. The words are striking. The beat is just awesome with a special change at the middle of the song, and after the beat is a trap, but epic trap really, and I think it's the most interesting song of the year and the most striking song of the year. And also, the other song that I've been just amazed is Michele Bravi, Italian singer, with La Vita Breve dei Coriandoli. Is just a gem, a perfect song, because the lyrics are just so sensitive, so emotional, and the song itself, the melody is so beautiful, so endearing, and also the production is very refined. There are not so many things, it's very straight to the heart, and I think it was just a fantastic song.
Dal bianco e nero di quei vecchi film, dal primo volo delle rondini.
So these two songs are my best and most striking song of 2020. It's my personal choice, of course. So maybe you share it, maybe you don't share it. Tell me kindly if you don't share it and why. And maybe you have also your favorites of 2020. And after, for Arabic singer and songs is just the year of Amr Diab, of course. The album Sahran, I made a video on this, was just amazing album with 16 tracks, very solid album. And after he released many singles, Ya Bladna, Ya Halwa, and Ay with the Greek singer Ay Erini, or Amakenim Sahir also, is just a fantastic year for Amr Diab. So consistent, so solid, with great tune, dancey tune and also emotional tune, and it just released an album today or yesterday, I don't know, but it's just releasing. So it's a 2020 album. I will make, of course, a reaction on this very. The other is Tamer Hosni. He had a great year also with many singles preparing the release of the album, and it seems it's just released. So there are two new songs that have been released, and it makes a 10 song album. So I react to many songs of Tamer Hosni of this year, 2020, with Mahmoud Esseli also, and I will react very soon to the entire album and maybe the two new songs that have been released yesterday. Another Arabic album that were very, very important this year was the album of Elissa, Lebanese singer, superstar, and biggest female star of Arabic music. Today is an incredible album with 18 tracks, very diverse, very intense. And Sahbitre was also the last album from the megastar with the label Rotana. So maybe there are new adventure for her, maybe in self-production or with another company, I don't know. But Elissa, last album with Rotana was a highlight of the year. Of course, I was talking about this just there. Angham, the Egyptian singer, also released a Khaliji album from the Gulf, and also Asalah released with Rotana a Khalij album from the Gulf. Even if I'm not very fond of Khalij songs, these two albums were nicely produced and quite entertaining also, because it was a sweet Khalij. And also the popular Mostafa Hagag released an interesting album at the beginning of 2020. I was surprised because it was not just popular song but also some romantic and sensitive song in this album, Asalah. Also Rami Gamal, the biggest writer, one of the biggest writer for other singer right now. He released a new album, AnnaLisa, and it was a huge album with the song Saraf, the biggest hit of the year, one of the biggest hits of the year in Arabic countries. Jannat, the Moroccan singer who sings mainly in Egyptian, released a new album with Rotana. It was a huge album. I was talking about this just there. And Mohamed Abbas, Egyptian singer, released a nice album, a very decent album at the beginning of the year. Hakim, the veteran Egyptian singer, released a new album, and also it was a Hakim album, so very festive and also popular. Latifa, the Tunisian singer, released a new album, Argwa Wahda, and this album was really interesting. It was quite a different album with many tonalities, and it was far better than the fresh album of 2K17. After Arabic, it's Turkish scene with Sibel Can. She released a perfect album, Hayat, 10 songs, 10 gems, and this album was so great. I was talking about one song there, but there are many songs in this album. Also, Gökhan Özen, the great singer, is just back with a new album, Feuilladayum. It was a just 10-song album, but very intense and very diverse with many urban and actual sound also, but very interesting. Sertab Erener, the former winner of Eurovision, released a new album at the beginning of the year. Very interesting album, more organic, very pop, a little rock, very interesting. And Zakum, the pop rock band, released a double album, double volume for the new album.
Yılları estik, hatıralardan süzdük, bardağı doldurduk.
And Gülben Ergen just released a new album just right now, I think 2 days ago, and it's a 9-song album. I think it's not enough because she released 3 singles. Even in 2020, she released a beautiful song, I think, Bubenim Hayatem, and this song is not in the album, and songs of 2K19 Musadenle is not in the album. I think if she included all the singles in this album, it would have been a great album. And
Bu benim hikayem, benim hayatım, sevdaysa.
Emily Hayden and maNga released some new single this year. Not an album for now, but waiting for a new album.
Düşmek, söz tükenince, bitti diyebilmek, zor ve
And also Hasan Yildirim released a new version of Tek Tek, the song from Ibrahim Tatlissès. It was a single very interesting and very actual, very modern, and this approach with many violence, though it was excellent, and I was talking about it just there.
tek tek, ağardı bak saçlarım tek tek, tek tek, damlıyor gözyaşlarım tek.
After Turkish is French music, and Calogero, the great pop singer, released a new album Centreville just during the beginning of December. I was talking about it just there. It's very nice album, 12 tracks and 12 sensitive tracks, beautiful melodies, arrangement and also lyrics, so it's perfect.
Fais comme si ce n'était qu'un jeu. On fait comme si, on fait comme on peut.
The great and one and only Mylène Farmer released a 3 CD best of, and 1 CD on live performance, and 2 CDs from the songs of Inamoramento to the song of Désobéissance, and 1 song that is new, it's L'âme dans l'eau, very very beautiful track. So this 3 CD album is just excellent, a great review of Mylène's career, even though there are rarities that could have been included in this package. The overall package is very nice.
L'air est lourd de ton absence, l'air est sourd à mes sentiments. L'ange au ciel murmura je t'aime dans un ultime.
And also teamed up, the new revelation is a young star. It's a young singer and he writes everything. His new album, it was just magistral album. I think the lyrics are so powerful, and also the way of singing, the instrumentation, quite electronic but also organic. It was so intense. Teamed Up's album, it was just a revelation at the beginning of the year. And Worakls, the French DJ, released a soundtrack album from a documentary from France Television. It was on the Earth and on the animals that are threatened around the globe, and this soundtrack was just fantastic, at par with the Hans Zimmer BBC soundtrack. Really, very fantastic. For Italian scene, we have seen the new album of AnnaLisa, very urban. Nuda was quite a decent album. Also,
Sono scritte sulla mia schiena, cancellarle basta solo un'onda e poi diventano schiuma.
Elodie released a new album. This is Elodie. This album is very urban also, but there are many great tracks, and it's a 20-song album, so very, very fat album.
Non sale la tua Andromeda, Andromeda, Andromeda.
Fiorella Mannoia, the veteran singer, released a very political and very gripping album. I recommend it to you, even if it's very short, 8 or 9 tracks, I don't remember.
C'è confini, le leggi, le sorti,
sbaglia, sbaglia chi non cambia, chi genera paura, chi alimenta rabbia, la convinzione che non cambierà mai niente, è solo un pensiero che inquina la mente. E poi, e poi, e poi.
Andrea Bocelli, the great singer and cantator, and maybe the most beautiful voice in the world, released a new album, and it's again fantastic, mixing some standard American or English standard with Italian great opera song or great standard, really nice.
Se ami lui verrà e il dolore passerà, se ami sentirai.
Tizianno Ferro released a new version of Aceto Miracoli with a second CD that was Italian covers, and it was quite nice. Also,
Questo sentimento popolare nasce.
Also, Mahmoud released a single, Rapide, at the beginning of the year. I was so fan of this single, really beautiful, touching single.
Dimmi cosa c'è, le vedo scendere, sono rapide, chiuse nell'iride che scalerò.
Aiello released also an excellent song this summer. And Baby K also released one of the singles of the summer. It was very interesting and quite festive. Francesco Gabbani also for the Sanremo competition contest, and he released a new album that was very nice, vice versa.
Spiegare in pochissime parole il complesso meccanismo che governa l'armonia del nostro amore.
And of course it's Giorgos, the winner of Sanremo and contestant for Eurovision for Italia, that released Fire Rumore and also La Vita che Meravigliosa. A splendid album, really superb. I recommend it to you. After we have to talk about English and American scene in English song, it's Sam Smith released an album, excellent album, many singles before the release of the album, and they were included in the album. So many kinds of song, very sensitive, very beautiful, really. The Weeknd, of course, I was talking about it just there. Very dark album, gripping. You're completely immersed in the world of The Weeknd. Some 80s vibes also, and electronic vibe. Really a fantastic album. Song from LP, new song for the forthcoming album, I suppose, and the song, the one that I love, it was just fantastic. I was talking about it just there, and she released also a new song after, so waiting for the album. Dua Lipa, the new queen of the dance floor, with the very 80s and 90s album, Future Nostalgia, quite mix of disco and Eurodance. Excellent, as well as Lady Gaga new album Chromatica, that were a mix of 90s song, Eurodance and dance, very interesting also.
Now it's time to free me from the chain. I gotta find that peace. Is it too late or could
The great band Future Island with their synth pop is just released a new album, As Long As You're Here. It's just amazing. I was talking about it in this video. And Khruangbin, the American band from Texas, very mysterious and unique. The new album Mordecai, it was just a new gem, a new marvel, I think, so you have to listen to it. Miley Cyrus, the pop diva and very controversial diva, at least, released an album mix of rock and 80s song, and I was quite surprised. It's a nice album and her voice is very nice, so Smashing Pumpkins were back also in 2020 with a Sear. Maybe it was more rarities and beef sides of other songs, but it was a nice album also. The Strokes, the new Abnormal album, it was a great comeback with Rick Rubin also as a producer, and the sound was more electronic but very intense, and I think it was very well produced. Declan McKenna, the great new star from UK, the rock singer, is just released a new album, and this album was so nice. Influenced, of course, by David Bowie and other great rock singer. This album, it was a great deal, I think. Song from Eurovision, I was talking about it just there, even though there was no contest and it was too bad, but there was some new song and great song that were released. Also, Jessie Ware released a new album, and this was a disco killer. I think she bring back the disco at the core and at their best in the new album, so I recommend it to you. Ava Max released a great album also, very pop, very influenced by 80s, and it was a great mix of good melodies and old school melodies, and so I like it. And also Thomas Azier, the Dutch singer, was back with a new different album, quite as a concept album, and it was quite disturbing, but very intense and enjoyable. After all this in English, we have to talk also in Greek, because Giorgos Sambonis released a super song, really, I was so into it. David Bisbal for the Spain, he released at the beginning of the year a great album, a mix of reggaeton, pop and also flamenco vibes, just amazing. And as many people in the world, I was just amazed by the Master KG song, and the Jerusalem anthem was just so great, one of the best world music hits, and I was just blown away by the vocals of lead singer Namchebo. She's just perfect and I'm into it. To finish, it's also Indian and Bollywood specially scene with the Rahman release. I was talking about him in this video, but he released 2 albums this year in Bollywood. It was 1999. So fresh, so intense album, really, I recommend it to you also. And Dil Bechara from the late Sushant Rajput Singh actor, this album was interesting also.
Kya bole kabira, kya bulla kahe, maa na mile to khuda na mile.
Ludo, the album from Pridam, who released also Love Aaj Kal Part 2. These 2 albums were quite nice, very peppy track, not the best of the year, but very enjoyable also. Malang soundtrack was quite nice on melody, and Bandish Bandits from Shankar Eslan Loy was very interesting because there were a mix of very modern song, and also very rural and old school song, quite traditional. So this mix was very nice. maNga at the beginning of the year was interesting also. Gunjan Saxena from the Netflix movie. And of course, Chaman Bahar, the movie with G2. The songs were very nice, especially the one with Sonu Nigam. And also I could tell you about Diljit Dosanjh. I was talking about him with the GOAT. This album was very nice with a great mix of US hip-hop and Punjabi vibes. So of course, Shreya Ghoshal released some new single and is just the queen of Bollywood, so the best. So that's for now. It was just my point of view and what I listened and enjoyed to listening in 2020 from the album and song released in 2020, not before, because I also listened to many songs released before. Don't hesitate, feel free to share with me your impression. What is your top of the year? Maybe it's one of this single and album, or maybe not. You have to tell me. So I'm very curious about it. And that's for now. Hope you like this top of the 2020 year. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this. Take care of yourself and of your relatives, so important. And take time with your relative during this special period. Soon you can listen to every music that you want in CD, in streaming and in video. So see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.